Mann used to think Broome was the best community in the world. Like many others before her and since, she was captivated by the landscape, the colors, the music and the rich melting pot of cultures. Ms. Mann has spent more than 40 years on and off, living in the Kimberley, working in Indigenous affairs, fighting for land rights and later running the environmental group, Environs Kimberley. But, now she is considering leaving the town she loves. This normally resilient 65-year-old is shell-shocked, fragile and defeated. Just over a week ago, she was woken up in the dead of night by 3 youths, with their faces covered, shining torches into her bedroom and demanding she hand over her car keys. They had smashed their way through the colorful stained glass of her front door, one of them threatening her with a screwdriver. She was yelling, but they were dead calm. They were brazen as anything, so brazen, Ms. Mann said. They weren't bothered by me, they weren't afraid of anything, they were very confident, cocksure of themselves. The break-in comes amid growing community concern about rising youth crime and reoffending across the Kimberley's towns. One of the alleged offenders involved in Ms. Mann's burglary was aged just 13. It is understood that he had recently returned to Broome from Banskia Hill Detention Centre in Perth. Ms. Mann eventually managed to escape to the street and yell for help, and the youths ran off, but not before stealing her phone and causing over $1,000 damage to her property. "I just feel really sad," she said. "I feel sad for myself that I now have to leave. Why would I stay?" It was the third time Ms. Mann had been broken into in the past 5 years. Each time, she has upgraded her security only to find the intruders up the ante. And, each break-in has further eroded her peace of mind. "My overwhelming feeling is one of sadness, sadness for this community, for this town, even, to some extent, sadness for the young men that they seem not to be able to do anything else except be violent and intrude on other people's lives violently," she said. "They don't seem to have any belonging, they are lost to the community, they are lost to themselves." Social media encourages vigilantes. Kimberley Police Superintendent Greg Crofts described the incident as deplorable and said statistics had shown that youth crime was a growing problem across the region. He said 25% of the total number of offenses had been committed by children in 2018, compared to 17% in 2016. "So there has been an increase in the number of juveniles coming through our custody centers," he said. Youth crime is a hot topic in the Kimberley. Social media has provided a platform for residents to air their frustration, but it has also become prone to misinformation that incites fear and anger. I don't enter into it, I don't find it useful at all, Ms. Mann said. Not only just for the fear thing, but it then encourages vigilantes, and that's certainly not where I want to go. I've got no interest in that. Petition calls for tougher penalties. A recent online petition calling for harsher penalties for young offenders has attracted close to 1,000 signatures in a fortnight. But Ms. Mann said it was clear that the long-running practice of flying young offenders handcuffed to Perth for imprisonment was not working. I think we've got to be a bit smarter than that, she said. I think there are other possible actions that we could take. There needs to be a multi-pronged approach. Look, they are part of the community, so I think the community needs to be able to respond. We could at least get together and everyone could have their say and everyone could have their gripes and everyone could vent. And then a very skillful person could lead us in discussion towards a resolution. I think we all at least have to have the same intention to fix it, rather than simply to punish. Somehow it's got to stop. The Department of Justice spent almost $345,000 this financial year transporting young offenders between the Kimberley and Banksia Hill. Prison doesn't work, Superintendent Crofts said. He adding that parents and families needed to step up with regards to young offenders. Some of these kids haven't had the guidance that they maybe should have, so they've got no consequences, Superintendent Crofts said. They've got nothing to lose and they just keep reoffending because sometimes a place like Banksia Hill is a better place for them than out on the street. Contact Claire Moody. More stories from Western Australia.